No, this is not one of our camera positions. That's the Deer Creek video here in Franklin, Georgia. As the open cut tire class continues, Glenn Siebold with his legal speed out in front at 2.84. Mike Ederle is second quick in Mud Shark. And third is Dirty Dancing, the driver, Jerome Wood. And coming up next, this is Chemical Reaction, a 27T Roadster. The driver is Steve DeLue from Holland, Michigan.
Well, you talk about a good-looking rig. It's hard for people to realize these mud racers are as serious as they are about the appearance of their vehicles because they do get so muddy. But this is a fine-looking vehicle.
A little ragged there as he gets off to the right berm, and he will not be happy with that run as he turns in a 3.78. And as the driver said earlier, these vehicles have a mind of their own.
That's right. He actually backed on the throttle at this point in the run, kissed the wall, back into the throttle. You know, in order to go straight, you've got to keep those front wheels pulling. That's what pulls you straight, Gary.
Well, the 3.78 certainly not as good as he has gone in the past. As the crowd looks on from the paddock area, look at the motorhomes. These guys do travel in style. As we take a look at one of the most expensive rigs ever, this is George Gregory, the New Breed. It's home built, handcrafted, the Roadster featuring a 496 Janky power plant. George, the 1990 NMRO Open Class National Points Championship.
Confidentially, fella enjoys flying.
Well, he's flying there across the mud. 2.89. Ever so close, but not quite close enough. That is second fast for New Breed.
Well, instantly that vehicle comes out, but look at the ground clearance he has compared to some of these other vehicles, Gary. I think that's got to be a definite advantage for him.
And the veteran from Tyler, Texas is standing by with Army Armstrong.
Well, Siebold stays on top with the 284, but your 289 is right on his tail.
I went further. Car handled, we got into the ruts, but it come back and we didn't DQ. I'm happy, we didn't blow the motor.
And George uses a lot of shutdown area, but anytime you can put a vehicle back on the tow rig with all four wheels hanging on it, it's been a good day. Well, there's a look at a mountain motor from Sonny's, the heartbeat of America, Mike Thomas. Mike, of course, one of the real veterans here, along with his dad.
Now, Mike's a second-generation driver. You brought up the name Sonny. That's interesting. What Keith Black is to California horsepower, Sonny's is to the East Coast. And this kid is not afraid of anything. Look at that.
He got the front end up in the air on top of the mud, a 3.05 for Mike Thomas.
Good run for the second-generation driver. He and his dad really a credit to the sport. And he is another one of these young lions coming into the sport, Gary.
As we take a look at Mike from the rear view, coming up next, Larry D'Antoni, Gulfport, Mississippi, the Team Power Pro 23 altered, the big 500 cubic inch Keith Black engine.
Motor's real fast. You can see the rippling on each side of the engine that says he's running a whole lot of fuel through it. Wow. Whoa.
Little trouble in the shutdown area. Good run, though, at 3.03. He had his hands full. Look at him working that cockpit.
The Pro Power chassis really worked well for him. I think it just powered itself over. He's pumped up, too. A new driver, a new car, a new combination, and it works.
Yeah, the first outing this weekend for the brand new race vehicle, and he has the attention of Mike Ederle and some other competitors as we take a look at Marty Jackson in Bow Up out of Duluth, Georgia, just north of Atlanta. And look at the safety equipment he's not wearing. No Simpson driving shoes or gloves. The visor's not even down on his helmet. He has a pair of tennis shoes on.
You know, these guys run nicely. This could be a volatile situation. Hopefully nothing's going to happen. It's a fiberglass replica of a Jeep body. Let's see him. Whoa, there you go now.
He has the trouble right there. A fire on board as he blew it up. Well, once again, if
he still has a fire in the engine, Gary.
Yeah, he does, but I'm concerned about these drivers not wearing some of the safety precautions.
Another explosion.
And once again, no fire shoes, no driving shoes, no gloves.
Maybe the safety committee needs to sit down and talk about this. It's there's some potential there, definitely, for some danger, especially with the amount of horsepower these guys are making. And we're not chipping at anybody. It's a motorsport. It's progressing, but maybe they need to take their safety standards up just a notch higher, Gary.
Coming right at you, and watch the explosion in the, well, it developed in the underbody of that vehicle, then belched up through the carburetor.
The driver's okay. What's happening? The nitrous system is bleeding off a little bit and igniting itself still, so they'll get it squared away. Maybe the rules committee have a meeting on it, but you gotta always think safety, don't you, Gary Lee?
I guess so, and Glenn Seabold continues to lead over George Gregory and Mike Erderly. We're coming back to Franklin, Georgia. Stay with us.